Forbes India and Indeed present Top 30 Talent Leaders of 2025.
Well, I think it's a very tall recognition, and I'm purely, truly grateful to Forbes for awarding this. It gives a lot of sense of pride, accomplishment, and purpose. So I feel more responsible. I think I need to give back more to the industry in terms of ideations, in terms of the thought work. So I'm looking forward to partnering with Forbes in the decades ahead. I think the current role as a talent leader, I think I'm more, I feel I'm more happy about it because when I started career as a recruiter, it was more about fulfilling the demand. To what it is today, it is all about you go beyond demand fulfillment to look at it from a revenue, from an end customer solution, and all the more from a strategic business partner to the business stakeholders. I think that is the greatness of this role. It has moved from a supply demand equation to a strategic business role very lately, I think in the last decade. So that gives a lot of pride, lot of meaning to this role, more from starting as a recruiter and looking at it one by one to what it is today. I think one is crisis management, very important, especially in talent scenarios. Crisis management is a rule that you should know how to navigate crisis, how to attack, and how to bring in solution. Then, of course, a lot of conflict management, and I think these are two big ones. Apart from that, day in and day out problem solving. Um, the priority here goes to more on business acumen. In terms of these skills, you got to understand the domain a lot more than what it is. In the sense just about taking it from a skill perspective. More than that, the domain need to be understand a lot more. So whichever domain someone is working, I think it's important to understand the domain if you want to gain master expertise in crisis management or in conflict resolution. So I think that's what I've learned. So I think it's very important. We need to unlearn and possibly crunch the talent life cycle. Just like, in fact, I would say that I will be more curious and inquisitive to see if, like a food aggregator platform, you have a talent aggregator platform where I can just go and, see where the skill combo talent exists and just order, and you are able to place them in the next 24 hours time. Not within an hour, but even in 5 hours, 6 hours time. It should be more faster. Speed is going to be everything for talent in future. So I think we need to innovate a lot more and embrace the technology, not just for an ATS or for an interview management, but much more sharper. Possibly as a career graph, then I think it makes sense for you to say, yeah, this is a person I'm looking for beyond skills. Because today, the technical assessment is not just the rule of the game. Beyond technical assessment, why would somebody pick your brand? Why do they want to stay with you or pick you? It is about employers fitting into the resumes and the career of the individual, rather than individuals finding jobs for themselves. So that is the change that has happened in the last 2 decades. So I think when the conversation happens, when the engagement is equally passionate, mutually rewarding, then you know that you have got it. the multi-generational workforce is going to be a key challenge here, because the expectations are different. The way we approach the talent life cycle is going to be different. The ability to influence is going to be very different from what it was before. And also the skill gap. We are in an extremely critical inflection point in the industry, and hence, so putting all this together, there are two things that will be of critical importance that we cannot, that is non-negotiable. One is, the skills. You need to have a sharper hold of the talent landscape to understand how you can take the adjacent skill that can be trained to arrive at the more closest possibility. And also the generation, the workforce that has gone for a very, very different change today. I think these two are going to be the tallest challenges. Hypothetically, I think I would have been either a ocean technologist, because the DNA of searching will also exist there, or I would be a nuclear scientist, because again, I think inherently the skill of hunting, searching, and a curious mindset, these things will correlate with both these jobs. See, I think whatever be it, even if it is a frustrated day or not so good day or a very, very efficient and productive day, that day gets closed. The next day, rise up, get ready, go to office, meet people, even if it means that, you feel low about whatever has happened yesterday. So I really think, going to office, connecting with people, and and ensuring that you are in the game. I think integrity needs to be an habit for all talent leaders, because it's important that you are working for a different customer who is not internal, who is external, who trust you for all that they give it to you, and all that they feel that you will be able to solve it for them. So I think it's very important to carry integrity as an habit. Well, I think I still feel that I'm not in a place to advise, but I would definitely suggest that all of us here have a much taller purpose, and we need to surely, innovate and unconventionally think and bring down the talent landscape, the talent life cycle, because we are going to deal with very different workforce, very different talent in future, that is quite curious, restless, and very brand agnostic.
Forbes India and Indeed present Top 30 Talent Leaders of 2025.